Hey guys, Amy here, mywifilife.com, back in the game with the weekly whys. Had a bit of a break after my holiday, haven't done these for a while, but I've been back at work a few days now, so I've got many reasons reminding myself as to why you would start your own business. And today, without being too morbid, was as a result of attending a funeral. Lady in question, as a side note, was Pamela Cundell. For any Brits out there or anyone who is a fan of the British TV show Dad's Army, it was Pamela Cundell, Mrs. Fox. She was in there in that show. She was 95, so she had a pretty amazing life and a very talented lady, huge legacy. So check her out, or you might already know her, but she was a friend of the family, so I digress. I went up to her funeral today, so I took a few hours off work in the middle of the day. But in the process of asking my boss for that time off to go to a funeral, the question of bereavement leave came up. And it just dawned on me what a ridiculous concept bereavement leave is. And it's something that, again, the system or, traditional employment has dictated you apparently have to have. Which is great in some ways. I guess it's nice that you can have 3 whole days to get over a bereavement and go to a funeral or what have you. But at the same time, it got me thinking, this is just another reason why I want to work for myself, and I will decide whether or not I want to go to a funeral, and I don't need to ask permission. As an aside, my boss was completely reasonable about it, and hopefully you work for people who would make that a perfectly reasonable thing to take time off work for. But I've worked for people in the past who haven't been so reasonable, and we are trained and programmed to feel guilty about taking time off for anything, as much as a funeral is perfectly reasonable. So yeah, I looked it up, and we weren't sure if we had it. So I looked it up, and it's 3 days, the system says, and then you've got to be back at work. If you could please get over your bereavement within 3 days, that'd be really helpful. And obviously, I'm sure most decent employers would say take as long as you need. But the fact is, the system has dictated that 3 days is enough for you. And it's one of those things that I can just do without, frankly. And if I work for myself, I don't need to ask permission to go to a funeral. I don't need to book bereavement leave to go to a funeral. If there is a bereavement, I will be where I need to be for my family or for my friends or for whoever, to pay my respects, to help out, to be there for them, to support them, and so on. So just another reason really to add to the list of the weekly whys, or the big reasons why working for yourself just gives you that next level of freedom. Today's topic is bereavement leave. Don't get yourself in a situation where you need it. Just be free to make that decision yourself. You know how to get in touch, guys. If you've got any questions about what it is I'm doing with the online business, just subscribe to the YouTube channel, get in touch on social media. If you're watching this because you've received my emails, just reply to the email. If you haven't had the emails yet, just jump on my website and sign up for them, mywifilife.com. I'll send you through an introductory video series to the system I've been using and the training that I've been through to get me where I am so far. Realistically looking at quitting my job in the next 12 months, and that's at worst. So watch this space, and there's absolutely no reason that you can't do the same. And for not only having to book bereavement leave from your job, but any of the other weekly why reasons that I've come up with so far are all reasons that I would just implore you to work towards getting yourself self-employed and having that freedom, because it's just fundamentally wrong in some ways. But I'm digressing and I'm waffling, so I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Take care.